Hello YouTubers, this is the noobifier. If you don't know, patch 310's gone wave 1, and when I was reading the patch notes, something struck me as interesting. Hopefully you also find it interesting. I decided to test the 600i Takeoff from Area 18 to see how different it was. Whether or not I could perform a ballistic takeoff and the general flight behavior. So let's check it out. My first impressions are very slow and very deliberate, to the point where I actually felt that my bindings were busted. I sat there for about 30 seconds, just with thrusters vertical, everything set to 100. The ship didn't have adequate thrust to take off without an added burp from the afterburners. After that, we were in flight, and it was fine. I could see the corridor and I navigated to it, but it was pretty ugly, and I consider myself a fairly competent pilot. I tried very hard not to overdo any actions, however, I was relying on the afterburner much more than I expected. One thing's for sure, I'm going to invest some time and try to get good at this, but flying a large ship is not a fun first player experience. After I got through the corridor, I applied maximum and I tried pulling up more and more, trying to get the angle. As I was getting higher, the atmosphere was getting lighter and I was getting more speed. I was able to eventually achieve 90 degrees, which is good, but I do think it took me a lot longer than usual. Climb, baby, climb. Bloody orca. It's so slow. I don't know if I like it. After that, just for the hell of it, I decided to come back and not necessarily do any low flying or anything like that, but I wanted to see how aggressive the grid was. Without inducing any kind of crazy maneuvers, I lost control of the ship. I thought I was going to crash, and I was going full afterburner, opposites of the direction I was crashing. Finally recovered, but only because I pointed straight up in an attempt to get away from anything hard. So, to answer the question, is it different? Hell yes, it is different. I think it's closer to what we were trying to achieve with hover mode. It is not a comfortable feeling. Flying this 600 anywhere over buildings was a very uncomfortable feeling. When automatic pilot took over, it was long and boring, basically meaning that I was incentivized to not do that. And I think the next thing I do is I'm going to test a smaller ship. Anyways, this is my first experience flying with patch 310. I'm not Evocati, and I hope that you stay tuned because I'm going to continue to do crazy things like this just to see what it's like. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.